What's good, YouTube? This video is going to be about things a woman should be working on while single and healing. That's the question. Things the woman should be working on while single and healing. This video was sponsored by BetterHelp. But before I start, the holiday season is hard for a lot of people. Many people report feeling more lonely, more sad, and less loved around the holidays. Whether you're grieving lost loved ones, struggling with depression, having intrusive thoughts, or just feeling overwhelmed and disconnected, BetterHelp may be able to assist you. It's the largest mental health network in the world, and they're ready to help you through phone, through text, through video call, and more. It's cheaper than traditional help, and they even have financial aid. Click the link below to find out more about how you can start your personal mental health journey today. Now onto this topic. I'm going to be very honest, and I don't mean to offend anybody or bother anybody, but as a dating coach, talking to thousands of women, I can tell you very honestly that the thing that most women are missing during the breakup phase when they're healing and trying to learn and grow is actually being honest with themselves, right? We focus so much about how we feel about what's happened that sometimes we don't dissect what actually happened. Not in an honest way, not in a way that we really apply action to making sure that we prevent those things. A lot of times, it's said that a woman's principles are her emotions, and women are more loyal to their emotions than their principles, right? And when I talk to people as a dating coach, I always get the idea of principle. Well, what do you stand for? What do you want? What do you want in your relationship? What do you bring to a relationship? They give me all these amazing things, all of this stuff that makes them feel good. It makes them look good in a conversation, right? But if I dig into the particulars, I realize that their actions are very, very much different than the principles that they presented, right? And those actions are their real principles. Your actions are your principles and morals and values, not your words, not your thoughts, but the things you do, the things you manifest, right? So if you're going to be single and you're healing and you're trying to figure out how to prep yourself to get back in the dating game or to accept a man's affections if he's trying to come on to you and offer you a relationship, the one thing you have to do is sit with yourself and figure out what you've actually contributed to your relationships that didn't work, that was your fault. Oftentimes I'll talk to guys, and I do coach guys from time to time, and I'll be like, yo, man, what happened to the relationship? What's wrong? And the dude would sit there and tell me everything. But man, I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. I did this, this, and this, and this, and this, bro. I was wrong, bro. Like, I was stupid, bro. But you know how that go. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I talk to a woman. I know she wrong because she's told on herself on accident throughout the whole conversation. But I asked her, so what'd you do? And I just trying to see how aware of herself she is, because she's talked a lot and I've heard a lot of what she's done, and she didn't even realize that I've understood. I say, well, what'd you do? And she's like, I didn't do nothing. I ain't got no complaints. Well, I did this because he made me, or I did this because he did this, or he made me feel. There's always this rejection of responsibility based on the emotion, right? Women justify their wrong by the emotion that triggered that wrong, or that ushered that wrong into her action. So the one thing that women need to do when they're healing is to learn to be more loyal to their principles, their real principles and their beliefs, than their emotions. On your next relationship with the next person, you'll continue to have the same result and the same cyclical failure of relationships because you have never put real principle first, right? A man is going to make you feel a plethora of things, right? You're going to feel hot, cold, high, low, loved, hated, despised, respected, all in the same relationship. You can't allow your emotion in the moment to dictate how you treat and how you love a person and the loyalty that you present to that relationship. When you're more loyal to your emotions than you are your principles, you create a lot of space between you and that man, because if a man cannot trust a woman, and a woman cannot trust her emotions, and a man cannot trust her principles because they become her emotions, if he observes that, then he'll take a step back emotionally, right? A lot of y'all think that you just keep falling into these relationships with emotionally unavailable men, when really that man is just observing you being more loyal to your emotions than your principles. And a man is looking for a principled woman who follows her principles no matter how uncomfortable it might be emotionally. Some of you get irate quick. Some of you are very overreactive. Some of you emotionally blackmail. Some of you completely put down your boundaries, your morals, values, and standards for a man just because you like him. When a man sees that, he'll be on the receiving end of it and still develop a distrust for you because he understands that you're not loyal to you. How could you ever be loyal to him? The greatest gift you can give yourself is being more loyal to your principles, your goals, or the end result that you're trying to usher in through your actions than you are your emotions or how you feel, the phases of feeling that you might experience when you're with a guy. Learn to be honest with yourself about the times that your emotions became your principles. Remember, your emotions are temporary, they're fleeting. So for every new emotion that a man observes you in, if he gets a new version of you because your principles aren't what set your actions, but your emotions, he'll never trust you or take you seriously. And if you're in a relationship and your emotions are your principles, then a man never knows what to expect from you. But he knows it's going to be bad if the emotion is bad. That steals away from his sense of stability, his sense of trust, his sense of loyalty. It's very difficult to respect someone you don't understand. And in general, most people don't understand our emotions, not in the moment. But a principled man can understand principle, and he speaks that language. Also, being more loyal to your actual principles and your morals instead of your emotions gets you a better man. Too often I meet a woman who has the perfect idea of the man she wants, and she understands exactly what she hopes to bring forth in a relationship: healthy love, a family, maybe even a child, in a healthy house with a beautiful wife and a beautiful husband in the home to raise a beautiful child. She understands that that's her end result, the perfect picture. But what she accepts from men is disdain, disrespect, right? Indifference, emotional space, right? What she accepts from man, she takes shit. She lets guys get over on her. She sleeps with whomever gives her a compliment or whomever she has a crush on to impress them. She does all these things that don't lead to a healthy relationship because of her emotions. She emotionally invests before she applies principle to her own actions in dealing with the man. Your principles will get you the man you want and the life you want and the family you want, not your emotions. Every woman I meet that's trying to follow the emotions of a spark, follow the emotions of a crush, follow the emotions of being over the hill and through the moon about a guy, is ultimately ending up with empty hands. Yes, it happens. Every once in a while, there's sparks flying everywhere and it ends up in a beautiful, wonderful, healthy relationship. But that is the exception and not the rule. The rule is you must get to know a human being and apply your principles to that relationship and not your emotions to make sound decisions and not see them with rose-colored glasses. So if you're single, if you're healing and you're tired of healing over and over and over again, learn to be more loyal to your principles than your emotions and apply your actions to your principles. Stop letting your emotions lead. That's what you need to do if you're single and healing from a relationship. Acting off of emotions ruins relationships and it leads you into the wrong relationships. So anyway, I hope that helps. If you need coaching, go to my website. The link is in the description. I'll get with y'all later.